Welcome to our video lesson on solving two-step linear equations. And we're going to get right into a few examples. When you're solving two-step linear equations like this one, we are trying to figure out what the value of k is. And in order to do that, we need to get k by itself. So it needs to be k equals a number. For right now, we also have 4k plus 2/5. So we need to isolate or get the k alone. This is our goal. In order to do that, we need to do what's called the reverse order of operations. So remember how before we did BEDMAS and we went down this way? Well, this time, in order to get the k by itself, we need to undo the order of operations. If you think about how you put a coat on, you put a coat on by putting it on your body and then doing up the zipper. Well, if you want to take the coat off, you undo the zipper first and then you take the coat off. It's exactly the same idea that when we're trying to get k by itself, we have to undo what we've already done. So we are going to add or subtract first and then multiply or divide. So in this situation, again, I'm trying to get my k by itself. So what's in the way of the k being by itself? I have this 4 and I also have this 2/5. Well, if I'm following the reverse order of operations, that means I add or subtract first. So here we have plus 2/5. So I'm going to subtract 2/5 from both sides first. That will give me 4k is equal to whatever negative 2/3 minus 2/5 is. Get my calculator here. And that gives me negative 1 and 1/15. My next step is I have this 4k, and that really means 4 times k. So the last thing I need to do is to get rid of this 4. To get rid of 4 times k, I'm going to divide by 4. So that means I'm going to divide both sides by 4. Now I'm working on division. So 4 divided by 4 cancel out and give me 1. So I'm left with k is equal to whatever negative 1 and 1/15 divided by 4 is. Be negative 4/15. What we have to do now is check our answer. So we've got our answer down here, but we need to check if it is correct. It says solve and check. To check, we are going to sub it into both sides of our equation to make sure that the left side is equal to the right side. So in this case, it's 4, and then instead of writing k, I'll write negative 4/15 plus 2/5 has to be equal to negative 2/3. So I'm going to solve for the value of my left side first. And this time I'm following the order of operations. It's like putting the coat on, so I need to start with multiplication. So first I'm going to multiply 4 times negative 4/15, and that gives me negative 1 and 1/15 plus 2/5. And I'm asking a question here, so I should have put a question mark above my equal sign to say, is that equal to negative 2/3? So then I do negative 1 and 1/15 plus 2/5. That is equal to negative 2/3. And so negative 2/3 is equal to negative 2/3. Sometimes mathematicians will write that the left side is equal to the right side. So that means I know that my k is equal to negative 4/15 is the correct answer. Let's do another example. We have x/3 minus 3/4 is equal to 1/2. I am now solving for x, so I need to get this x by itself. What is in the way of me having the x by itself? Well, I have a division by 3 and I have a subtraction by 3/4. Now remember, it's like taking off your coat. You need to do everything in the opposite order. So instead of dividing first, I'm going to get rid of the subtraction. The inverse operation of subtraction is addition, so I'm going to start by adding 3/4. to each side. And then I end up with x over 3 is equal to 1/2 plus 3/4. And 1/2 plus 3/4 gives me 1 1/4. Then I need to get rid of this divided by 3, so I'm going to multiply both sides by 3, and I end up with x is equal to 1 1/4 times 3, which is 3 3/4. Now I need to check if this is the right answer. To check again, I'm going to substitute in 3 3/4 wherever x is. So this time I have to follow the order of the operations the correct way because I'm putting on the code, I'm checking. So I'm going to take 3 3/4 divided by 3 will give me 1 1/4 minus 3/4. And again, I forgot my question mark. We're asking, is this equal to 1/2? So if I do in 1 1/4 minus 3/4, I get 1/2. So 1/2 is equal to 1/2. Yay, that means my answer was correct. My left side is equal to my right side. All right, let's do one last example. Here I have x over 2 plus x over 3 is equal to 10. This is an interesting one. Because I have x over 2 plus x over 3, I know, I know that I need to multiply first to get rid of these division signs, but I have 2 x's here, and I need to do something that would eliminate both the divided by 2 and the divided by 3. So first, I'm actually going to multiply this whole thing by 6. So that means I need to multiply both sides by 6. So that would give me 6 times x over 2 plus x over 3 is equal to 60. Then I'm going to use my distributive property. So 6 times x over 2 is 6 divided by 2, so that gives me 3x. Plus 6 times x divided by 3 would be 2x is equal to 60. Then I'm going to combine my like terms. So 3x plus 2x gives me 5x is equal to 60. Then I'm going to divide by 5, both sides, and I get that x is equal to 12. Now I need to check if that is correct. So if I start with x over 2 plus x over 3 equals 10, if I put 12 in, 12 over 2 plus 12 over 3, is that equal to 10? Well, 12 divided by 2 gives me 6, plus 12 divided by 3 gives me 4. Is that equal to 10? And yes, 10 is equal to 10. Yay, my answer is correct, so my left side is equal to my right side. That's all for now. These can be a little bit tricky, so if you need some help, please make sure you ask me. I'm here to help you. That's all for now. I'll talk to you later.